Hey y'all, it's Sierra, aka Capricorn Moon Goddess. Just wanted to show y'all two new decks that I received in the mail today. Um, I ordered these from one company. I think it's two different women. Okay, so Jenny Han and Jessica Ricchetti or Ricchetti. Hopefully I said one of those pronunciations right. Okay, so I saw this Wisdom of the Shadow in an ad on YouTube. So YouTube got me, okay? They had some ads scrolling across my screen with different decks. I saw this one, so I went and looked to see if anyone had done any reviews over this one, and I liked it. Then I discovered that they had another deck also that came out after this one, which is this one right here. So we're just gonna look at the cards. I'm gonna talk about some of the features of the cards that stand out to me. Usually I do this with music playing, but YouTube be acting stupid sometimes. Like I pay for royalty free music, but still will get copyright sometimes, and you gotta go through the process of fighting the copyright, and they'll remove it, but it's still just like it's just annoying. So I'm just not about to do that. So I'm just gonna talk about some of the cards, and we're going to start with the Wisdom of the Shadow Oracle deck. So this is good for shadow work. It says Oracle for self-discovery, soul work, and transformation. I am working on getting my life coaching set up for Patreon. So it's going to be different tiers, people who want to do group coaching, and then people who want to do individual coaching, and then people who want to get readings as well. So I thought this would be a nice deck for shadow work because we're definitely going to be doing some of that. So it's a nice box. Y'all know I don't care that much about boxes and the guidebooks and all that, but some people care. So it is a nice sturdy box. Okay, it's matte. It has the magnetic closure. And then they send you a nice handwritten card. I send these in my orders as well. So it says, "My name's Sierra. May these decks serve you deeply. Wisdom and blessings." I guess this is one of their names in this heart. I really don't know what this says, y'all. But anyway, thank you. Your support means so much to us, and where you can follow them, their websites, and all of that. So I think it's cute that they give you a handwritten card, and it's a painting that is on one of the decks. I think these are actual paintings that are on these cards, which is interesting because this is a lot of different paintings. Because how many cards are there? I don't know if it says how many cards there are. I'm assuming probably 36 to 56, somewhere in between there. That's usually the amount of cards that come in an Oracle deck, but I really don't know how many cards there are. So as far as, let's see if it tells us more about the artwork, because I swear they mentioned that these are actual paintings that one of the artists did. Okay, here we are getting to the paintings. So one of the artists had a private, so Jenny had a private collection of personal process paintings she had not previously shared with anyone. These paintings span over 20 years. This is 20 years worth of paintings of Jenny's personal journey with shadow work. Each one carries a unique transmission of the inner alchemy, shadow work, illuminating parts of self, transformation, deep healing that she was experiencing. So as one of the authors was going through her shadow work in her personal life, one of her outlets for that, or, ways to do self-therapy, was to paint. So these paintings are coming from what she was experiencing at that time. I think that's very interesting. So the guidebook has an affirmation and it has information about the artwork on the card, and then it has things for you to think about, contemplations. It has a ritual, and it has the meaning of the cards. Okay, so anyway, I really don't use guidebooks, but for a deck like this that's highly personal and created from paintings that the artist was using when they were going through shadow work, I think it would be worth at least reading the information about the artwork just to see where she was coming from. You can still use your intuition to read the cards, but it comes in this box with a little ribbon and all of that. And the cards are gilded, so there's black gilded edges. I don't know if I have another deck that has black gilded edges. This might be the first. Okay, so we're just going to go through the cards. So we have wisdom. I think this is what was on the thank you card that she sent. Yeah, okay. So we have wisdom. It looks like this person is praying, so maybe getting wisdom from their higher power. So I think that's really cool. I won't talk about all the cards, but just if I see something that stands out. We have vulnerability. This kind of looks like the Black Power fist. This looks like a native person, but this is a fairly dark native person. So I like that because I think people portray natives a specific kind of way sometimes, and they don't really pay attention to all the different types of natives. And there's actually words. So it says, love me, tell them I'm okay, am I seen, are you here, look at me, see me, am I enough, will I die alone, why is this happening? Okay, so this is all these thoughts, but instead of them just putting artwork to insinuate that somebody was having thoughts, she actually took the time to put different thoughts here. So I think that is really interesting. It looks like this person is inside of the mouth of something else. So this is actually something, I can't say if this creature is a person or not, but this is some kind of creature or person that has its mouth open screaming, and then there's like a person inside that, I don't know if this could represent an ancestor or what. I'm going to have fun actually making my own intuitive interpretations from these, which I'm not really using my intuition right now, but when I'm in the midst of a reading, and then seeing what the artist actually was thinking when they made it, I wonder how much they will line up. So yeah, this is vulnerability. This is voice, and this is a mouth that's open. It says ah, like open your mouth, say ah, or they could be screaming like ah. I think it's more of the screaming one, considering how wide it is, but it could be like when you go to the dentist and they say ah, or the doctor and they say ah. I don't know what these are in the background, but this is voice, so that's a pretty obvious card. We have victory. It looks like this person is like some sort of giant. Okay, they have their hands in the air like, yes, I won, in the V shape, like victory. So oh, there's people. See, these cards, you can't just quickly glance at them. You have to like really pay attention, because if you don't, you will miss something. I almost missed that there's people down here trying to pull this person down. Look at that. They're trying to pull them back into the water like crabs in a barrel almost. So I think that's interesting. Okay. We have truth. I might not do both decks in the same video. I was going to try to, but it'll probably be too long, so I'll probably separate them. But we have truth. I like that they have the color blue. The color blue can represent the throat chakra or speaking one's truth. We have an eye here that has a heart on the inside. This looks like a flower of some kind, and there's some fire here. These are cards that you really might have to look at for a minute to see what messages are coming out, because it might not just automatically jump out at you because there's so much to be looking at in the cards. We also have tenderness. So if you pay attention, this is actually looking like a person that's sitting with their legs up, head down, arms wrapped around. You know how people sit when they might be sad or they may be contemplating. It's also like a method of basically comforting yourself. So this is the tenderness card. I'm trying to see if there's another one stuck. Yeah, there was. Okay. We have soul care. So usually I don't like cards that have nudity and cards that have like too many women in it, but this deck does have a lot of nudity, but I still wanted to get it anyway because I thought it was interesting. But as you can see, it's like this person's chest is open. There's a fire down here. What else? It looks like this person might be doing yoga or they might be meditating or something. So basically just taking some time to themselves. There's some more stuff you can get from this also, but I will be here all day explaining all the messages you can get from just each one of these cards. That's the good thing about this artwork. You can use these over and over and over again and get so many different messages. We have the shame card. So this looks like a person that is sitting down with their legs crossed, and then there's like a person on the inside. Maybe representing a small person or inner child or something that feels shame. Maybe this person is aware of this shame feeling and maybe they're not aware of it. So it might be a subconscious thing, which is why it's inside. So your client or whoever you're reading for may have subconscious shame or unconscious shame. We have sensuality. This looks like somebody that's afraid of sensuality. Like, is this how they see sensuality? Because this is crazy right here. I would not think this would be a card about sensuality. So I think this is the one that we're going to use to see what kind of messages are in the book. Because that is an interesting sensuality card. Let's see what they got to say. Okay, I freely enjoy the pleasure of my body and my senses. I fully open to all layers of my sensual expression. Juicy, flowing fluid, swirling, spiraling, undulating, flesh and depths, fiery and moist, desire and fantasy, seeing inside, letting it all be seen and expressed, hypnotic, alluring, weird, heck yeah, that's what I'm getting from this card, and taboo, delight and disgust. I told you this has something to do with somebody who might be afraid, possibly, of maybe this is how they see sensuality in their head. Delight and disgust. That's interesting. Raw emotion, truth. We are so blessed to have this gift of our own senses, our skin, our nerve endings, our touch, sight, sound, taste, and smell. Sometimes using our senses can become more of an automatic response rather than an intentional way of being. Actually, that is correct. I just talked about the RAS system in my other video about candle magic, and it's basically the system in our brain that puts us on autopilot. So a lot of the things we do are actually automated and we do them without thinking about them. I think it's called the reticular something system, RAS for abbreviation. So for the sake of efficiency in life, it isn't always time to slow down and enjoy the pleasures of being human. That has to do with survival versus living. We do a lot of things out of survival and we don't really have time to live. It's like existing versus living, okay? The way we allow ourselves to enjoy our own pleasures reflects in how we partake in sensual and sexual pleasure with others and vice versa. Ultimately, our senses are ours, and they are portals to enjoyment, bliss, ecstasy, and delight. For some of us, this enjoyment may not come easy. If we have experienced any amount of physical trauma, objectification, shame, abuse, or layers of emotional or mental harm, then that can easily affect the way we delight in the enjoyment of our bodies. It is time to reclaim deeper layers of sensual pleasure, reflect on ways you receive enjoyment through the senses, create more space for intentional sensual exploration, songs that move your soul and open your body, smells that make you say, touches of skin that create a warm flood of yes. Notice any ways you feel resistant to sensual flow. So yeah, like I said, I felt like this had to do with resistance or just seeing sensuality, not really fully embracing it or being ashamed to embrace it, or maybe having a distorted view of sensuality if you had a traumatic experience in life. I'll just say that. Contemplations. How do I connect with myself through senses? Through my senses. How does my sensuality want to be expressed sexually? How can I explore myself more sensually and sexually? I guess I'll go ahead and read the ritual. Ritual. Enjoy the delights of your senses through one of two ritual options. 1. Consume something indulgent, food or drink, in a sensual way. Slow down and notice textures, temperature, nuances, and taste. So this is like being mindful while you're eating, right? Notice how it feels in your mouth before swallowing. Notice how it feels entering your body. Notice sensations that arise from within. Or number 2, enjoy the sensuality of your own touch. Put on music that feels sensual and consider watching yourself in a mirror. Ooh, Chile, I was not expecting all this, okay? Enjoy 15 to 30 minutes of exploring your skin with your fingers and varying pressure. Graze and touch crevices of your body that don't typically receive touch. See how it feels to touch and receive touch. Alrighty then. So yeah, I feel like this deck might make some people uncomfortable, but that's probably a good thing. I think it's meant to kind of talk about things that might be taboo or bring out things that might be taboo. So we have self-embrace. This looks like somebody that's not only hugging themselves, but almost like mummified. Oh my goodness. Or in like one of those wraps that you get in when you go to the spa. This is newspapers, it looks like, or like a collage. So dream, find, make. Pretty self-explanatory card. I'm trying not to make this too long. Sadness. Okay, we have an eye with tears coming out. Rising. We have a bird, which could be a phoenix, but it doesn't really look like a phoenix. But a phoenix, usually you see a phoenix when you see the word rising. But it's some kind of bird here. We have resistance, a person with a tiny little head. Oh my God, it's this guy on this reality show. I'm not going to say which one it is because y'all might figure it out. But I feel like his head is so small and it's not proportioned with his body. And that is what this is reminding me of. So this is funny. But it says, no, 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 no. I don't know what this is behind this person. This person is not proportioned at all. Maybe their lack of being proportioned has something to do with resistance, and because they're resisting something, they're not releasing whatever they need to release, or that energy is not being released, so it's going to their head or something. I don't know. There's some clouds in here. So yeah, you would have to sit. These would be good cards to sit with, to really look at the artwork and see what you get. We have resilience. We have reflection. It's not the typical reflection card where you see a mirror or you see somebody looking in the water. So that's interesting. We have Rage. Definitely looks like rage. This might be how people see you when you're angry. We have Panic. And if you look closely, there's a bunch of hands. Oh my god, there's a spider! Oh my goodness. I'm scared of spiders. We have Panic. A lot of people hands. Like, I get overwhelmed sometimes if I feel like too many people are trying to contact me within it. Like, I can only talk to like 2 or 3 people on the phone. Not even 3. 2 people max on the phone per day. Because people be having me on the phone for hours, okay? I'm an easy person to talk to. So sometimes you might feel like so many people are pulling you in so many different directions. And then we have the intestines down here because you can feel panic in different areas of your body. So yeah, this is the Panic card. I like that these are matte because it doesn't glare with the light. So people that are, I mean, it glares a little bit, but not nearly as much as the shiny cards. So if you do readings online or on video, you can still use your lights. We have the Pain card. Interesting, a third eye in the Pain card. Maybe they're tapping in to see what's causing this pain subconsciously. So maybe this person is doing the work to figure it out. So they're probably aware of the pain. So it seems like this person might be doing some shadow work in this card. We also have Opening, and it looks like there's a door in this person's chest. They have a lot of shadows in these. Like, they'll have a person and then an outline of the person. We have Metamorphosis. It looks like this is a person in a cocoon, or what is that? Embryo or something like that. It reminds me of the opening of the movie Baby Boy. If you've seen Baby Boy, you know what I'm talking about. In the opening credits, he's in the womb looking just like this. Only this looks like it's probably a woman. Letting Go. This looks like letting go and giving whatever it is to your higher power. We have Judgment. There's a lot going on here. This hand says no, no. Uh-oh. I think interesting. It looks like some hands are trying to rip this person's pupil out or something. That's interesting. We have Intrusion. Once again, we've got hands. It looks like they are invading this person's space, violating this person's space. This person looks pretty vulnerable, like, you know, in that defensive position where you really can't do anything but cover your face, and she's covering her heart. So that's interesting. Again, these cards could be triggering to some people, so you might want to be sure your clients are ready to talk about certain things when you use these cards, okay? We have Integration, or you could just use these for yourself if you want to do shadow work for yourself. Inner Child, and if you pay attention, there is like an embryo inside. Identity. Of course, the snakes remind you of Medusa. So, I don't know if it has anything to do with Medusa or not, but she basically, her outward identity and who she was ultimately was changed by her appearance being altered so drastically with the snakes. We have Grief. So this person is literally crying a river. And eventually, I guess they are going to drown in their own sorrow if they keep going because it's already up pretty high. We have greed. It says, my life, my money, my time, my win, my lover, my car, my. And it looks like a little gremlin looking kid here. You know how little kids are. They're selfish until they learn how to share. We have frustration. That song Frustration is in my head now. I forgot who sings it. We have fear. This is something that looks like it's across the throat, so maybe throat chakra because there's a lot of blue in here. So maybe fear to speak your truth. It looks like if you look closely, people are whispering to this person. Could be saying you are not allowed to speak your truth or you're going to have certain consequences. Again, we have the intestines kind of in a knot here. Their hands are clenched, so they may be getting upset because they want to speak out and they can't, or just tensing up. Okay? So I think that's interesting. We have expectations. Oh, by the way, these are the backs of the cards. Okay, expectations. It says, dear, you are loved. Not good enough. That's silly. You're working her to death. A bunch of different things. Work harder. Will never be as good as others. So yeah, it has a lot of different things. So, and then once again, we've got hands reaching in. We have emptiness, and there's like a hole through this person's chest. We have emotion. As you can see, there's a heart. There looks to be some eyelashes on the heart. We have doubt. Is this person like trying to talk under the water or what? Interesting. Is she giving up on, like, that would be one I'm interested in reading the book. Let's see. Dissolution. And then we have some fish. And I don't know if this is a whirlpool or if it's just the light hitting the water or if it's a whale. It looks like a person right here if you look closely. I don't know if this is a toilet. This person looking over the toilet. I don't know. Okay. We have discomfort, which is interesting because it looks like they are being comforted by someone. Dependency. Courage. Going down a river with all these monsters and stuff. Remember that show, Ah, Real Monsters? That's what these little characters look like. I think it was on Nickelodeon, Nick at Night or something. Connection. Looks like two people coming together. Confusion. Change. It's a lot going on in this card. Get the F away from me. That's what this says. Y'all see? Y'all see? Y'all see? Get the F away from me. This is the boundaries card. It says, F you. I hate you. You are crazy. Get away. Get lost. Leave me alone. This person has a... It's interesting because they're screaming on the inside is what I'm getting from this. But are they expressing how they feel to whoever they have these feelings towards? We have balance. The yoga pose here. And last but not least, we have authenticity, which this looks like a clown to me. What does it say? I will never leave you. Do not effing lie. Love me forever. It looks like this is what it was supposed to say. Pick me. Don't leave. I am here. I love you. I am here for you always. I love you eternally. This is interesting. These are really nice words, but this looks like a clown. So what I'm feeling is this person is inauthentic. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so that is the Wisdom of the Shadows Oracle. So I cannot wait to use these cards. I will probably use them for myself first and then start using them on clients. So yeah, I really like that deck. And the shipping was really fast. You can purchase it from other people, but I like to purchase stuff directly from the artist. And they do have on their website where you can buy these wholesale if you want to start selling their decks also, which I thought that was interesting. So yeah, Wisdom of the Shadow. This will go well with my other shadow work decks. I have a whole lot of shadow work decks. So this would fit right in, and the earth tone goes right with those. We're at 33 minutes, so I'm going to cut this video here, and I will do a separate video for Wisdom of the Divine Feminine, which I really like the artwork in this one. The artwork is a little bit brighter, okay, a lot of brighter colors and stuff like that, because it's a different type of deck. So anyway, if you have this one, the one we just went over, the Wisdom of the Shadow, let us know if you like it. Have you been working with it? And yeah, what cards did you like out of the deck? Are you going to think about buying this deck if you don't have it? Let us know in the comment section. Thank you for liking this video. Why did I say... It's like I just told y'all to like the video, but in a nice way by saying thank you for liking the video. I swear that just came out. I've been watching too many other YouTubers, y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe if you feel called to do so. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye.